are back with another video. Now, this video is a last minute video, so this is more so happening exactly in the morning, where some people might actually get the Nintendo Switch Direct before a few other people, of course. Now, I do want to say this is for the people who are already watching the Direct and stuff like that, or are already getting the Direct, your boy, am extremely sorry I have not made this video in time for you guys. But however, these are my last minute predictions. I watched a couple other prediction videos, but these are my predictions of what might happen in the Nintendo Direct. I feel as though we're making a few little upgrades for some games. Not gonna see a lot of them, you know? However, I feel as though we might get a last minute game on the Nintendo Switch 1. Yes, I said 1 because the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is happening actually like 1 or 2 weeks after this Nintendo Direct. I think in 1 week. It's going to be happening in 1 week on, I think, April 2nd, I believe. So that is actually a lot of information we're going to be receiving, not only for the first Nintendo Switch, but also for the Nintendo Switch 2. So what do I think is going to be happening? I think we're going to get a new game for the Nintendo Switch 1. And I think it's going to be the very last game that's actually going to be added to the Nintendo Switch 1. I've seen a couple other prediction videos. Some people have been saying it could be Metroid Prime 4, which I feel as though that might not happen, and it might actually be part of the Nintendo Switch 2's Direct, since we've been waiting for it for so long. However, if it does pop up in the first Direct for the Nintendo Switch 1, I would be, like, everybody would be extremely happy for it. Not just me, but a whole bunch of other people. I love watching people play Metroid Prime. It has obviously same as for the main character, you know, the character that you play as. Now, don't get me wrong, I never played it, and I really do want to play all of the Metroid games, you know, like Metroid Prime 4 and all the other games that has Samus in it, where you're playing as her. Because it looks so fun when I just see other people play them. So to hopefully have my first one be Metroid Prime 4 will be amazing. However, that might be on the Nintendo Switch 2's Direct, which will also be making a prediction of what I think might happen in that probably a little bit later in the day. So stay tuned for that. Not only that, but you'll see my reaction to the whole entire Nintendo Switch 1's Direct. So don't want to miss out on that, because I will definitely be going live with that one. So it's really interesting. Sorry guys, I was looking at the time for me because I only have a short amount of time to make this video, of course. But because, you know, gotta leave out, do my stuff, come back, get that live stream reaction for you guys ready, and then do the prediction for the second Nintendo Switch Direct from that will be happening in like 6-7 days, which is actually amazing, actually, because we got a lot of information to talk about. However, what else do I think might be in here other than a new game? Like, it could be like a small little short game, maybe a game featuring Kirby in like a mecha suit or something like that, as there are a lot of other games and stuff like that out there that I feel as though could happen, but I don't want to really say. We only had a few little WarioWare games, and I feel like we might get one on the Nintendo Switch 2, but we'll talk about that in my Nintendo Switch 2 Direct predictions, since it's going to be happening in only like about 6-7 days. I'll have more time to actually do predictions on that than I will this video. I feel as though the games, like, if you do get any updates on any games, what games would they be? Well, I would have said Animal Crossing New Horizons, because we know that's going to take a while before the next Animal Crossing game actually be announced, maybe released, stuff like that. So I would have said that with like certain fruit items, like we might get new fruits, stuff like that, and it just might be like a small little short update. But then the Nintendo Switch Direct is pretty small for the Direct that is happening in a couple of hours. About like 2 or 3, 4 hours. Who knows? It's definitely gonna take a while for this Direct to actually happen. Like I went to lie to you guys. Now this Direct is gonna be really interesting because what is actually gonna be happening and stuff like that. Well, obviously, a few other YouTubers out there are going to be watching the Direct before me. Mostly because I'll be busy for most of my day before I come to do the reaction video with you guys. Which is why I'm making this last prediction video. That might actually happen ever. Like, I'm going to be the last YouTuber to do this before hopping into the watching it. Kind of sad, right? Yeah, I know. But I feel as though not only are we gonna get like new games, I feel like we might get like small game updates for certain games that has been not up to code or anything like that. Like we might get a whole Super Smash Bros. Update. I did see one YouTuber who's doing a prediction for the Direct that's happening today. It says something about like Smash Bros. Could be happening, like a small little update for Smash Bros. I heard about another game probably coming out, probably two quick games along with a few updates and stuff like that. And I just feel like that's a lot for a small little Direct if you think about it. And I feel like they would have added more time to the Nintendo Switch Direct video for Nintendo Switch 1's Direct. So I just feel like it might just show like 2 or 3 game updates and then one huge, or not huge, but one final full game for the Nintendo Switch 1. Now, trust and believe, I do not have every last game for the Nintendo Switch 1. However, I wanted all of them. Like, just all of the really good, popular, huge, full-on games. But for the Nintendo Switch 2. But that's not gonna happen. But don't worry, I'll still be able to get those games. And not only that, but sooner or later, I'll be getting a Nintendo Switch 2. It will be able to play some games on there. Would I get it as soon as it releases, though? Probably not, since everybody's going to be rushing to get it already. And that is not much of a good thing. So, these are kind of my last few predictions of games I feel like might get an update. Like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate might get an update. I feel like Nintendo Animal Crossing New Horizons might be talked about maybe just a little bit. So that's kind of my prediction there on the Animal Crossing series because I love Animal Crossing. I've started with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've watched a lot of Animal Crossing New Leaf before Animal Crossing New Horizons actually was released. I actually ended up getting Animal Crossing New Horizons like I think 2 or 3 days after it was released, which was amazing. And then I've played Animal Crossing New Horizons a lot. I've definitely changed my island out, but I only changed it out twice. And I'm on my final and third island, which I'm going to actually keep that island since a lot of villagers are on there. And not only that, but at this point, some of the stuff I have on that island is just will not come back due to them being gone since, you know, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp has the full and updated version, and it's just not truly good at that point. Also, last few predictions here is that for the full game, I feel like it might be, well, some people saying it might be Metroid Prime 4, since you waited for it for a really, really long time. However, I think it might be maybe like a small little Kirby game or some type of like just like a small free downloading game or a small game that might cost about like $3 to $4, which don't know how to explain what type of game I'm like thinking of, but it might be like a small little short game that will probably have at least a couple of small little hours of gameplay. Maybe we get a remake, like a Legend of Zelda remake, or a small little extra gameplay remake or something. We might even get a small little update for any of these Metroid games. I guess that's already on the Nintendo Switch, you know? Those kind of my predictions. Hopefully you guys was able to understand, and I cannot wait to go ahead and do that reaction with you guys on the Nintendo Direct a little bit later on, because I'm not gonna watch it at all today, or any other YouTubers, because I normally will watch a few YouTubers' reactions before I do my own, but that is not happening at all no more. We're gonna start doing our own reactions and stuff like that. However, we are gonna talk about a few characters I do want in the next Mario Kart game, which a lot of people are calling Mario Kart 9, but I feel as though it might be titled something else. And I'll tell you that in that video. But I'll do a Mario Kart 9 predictions on characters, items, and maybe some tracks that might return, in my opinion. I'll be doing a few researches and stuff like that, writing certain tracks down, characters down, and so much more. However, we already know who is already confirmed for Mario Kart 9 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Not only that, but the backwards compatibility, they're definitely gonna, like, some people definitely said that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still skyrocketing today. And they're gonna have to improve Mario Kart 9 if they want to go ahead and actually be able to get people's attention to that game, which my attention is obviously to that game since I'm a Mario Kart fan. I played Mario Kart Wii, DS. I played this Super Mario Kart. I played Mario Kart Super Circuit. I played Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and then I've obviously played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. I wish I played Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario Kart 64. Obviously, but I have not played those, sadly. I played the Mario Kart arcade games, all of those, which was really fun to actually play. I'm not gonna lie. So the characters like Pac-Man out of that, which is amazing. And I kind of, if they do Pac-Man return, then that would be interesting. Or a few other characters that I have predicted return. But that's all you're gonna get. It's just my Pac-Man prediction, and I'll talk more about the Pac-Man a little bit later, and in my Mario Kart 9 prediction video. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I always say, stay safe, stay happy. Always keep a positive vibe no matter what. Love you guys. Peace.